Okay, so last weekend, Noelle, Chantel, and I, and also Juniper was there separately, but we didn't see them.
Wait, when did you guys go?
We went on Saturday in the morning.
Is this the exhibit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went. I was there at Saturday. I was there, but I was there at like 4-ish.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
you were there after we left.
So
I was there
we-
in spirit.
Shift
yeah,
for the
and
night.
Hannah was
Hannah
there.
was there.
Noelle,
Hannah was in the paintings.
Right. Noelle, Chantel, and I were all there. Juniper was there. Hannah was one of the paintings. We were at this art exhibit about paranormal art, which was very cool, very spooky, very evocative. And we found our new favorite person, Prophet
Yes.
Royal Robertson.
Prophet Royal. We're really in it now, Royal.
We're really in it now, Royal. And so if you, dear listener, are interested in some interesting art,
Or joining a cult.
Prophet Royal Robinson was an artist who was active in like the 60s, 70s, 80s.
I think the 70s and 80s.
70s and 80s, yeah. And he created a bunch of art about his visions of God and aliens. All this is just an aside because I think what would be really fun for us is if we create some word art of our visions and aliens.
Oh.
So some things that were, written on his art that I want to use as inspiration for our word painting.
Okay.
He wrote things like, I must see PhD Warren Sows, me artist, Prophet Royal Robinson, trying to sleep with evil profiles, dangerous enemies, Psalm 60, many Satan, he, mental, I'll soul, plots. So this is
that's less intelligible than a
this
lot
is
of
a
it.
lot less
A
intelligent.
lot of it was more like women are devils, the harlots are falling from the sky, and the aliens are gonna come in 1992 and kill us all. That
sounds
great.
There's some great stuff there.
I wish the harlots would fall from the sky right now.
So here's what
That's the year that we were
I know
born.
that's the year we were all born. Is that so? So here's what I want us to do is we're each going to say a word to create a prophecy.
Okay.
So I'm going to start. Harlots.
Okay. 9/11.
Being. Pentagon.
Aliens.
Tomorrow.
February. Lunch.
So far we have harlots, 9/11, being Pentagon, aliens, tomorrow, February lunch.
Do you want to read us another one for inspiration?
Give us some more.
I'm trying to find one of the good ones.
Find one of the horny ones.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Beware the money's crazy wives, the night that Adele bent broken, wedlock vows.
Adele,
I think. With other men in the beds to whordom.
Adele. What did
Adele.
you do?
He could have had it all.
It is definitely Adele. It is Adell. Like Liek. So Liek.
That's like the meme way of spelling life. That's like when we were like small children.
Yeah, right.
That's like Icon has cheeseburger spelling.
Yeah.
All her children liars to beware the Bibles of Prophet Job, chapter 13, text 4.
All her children belong to us.
Lying and frauds for big money, Chansayan.
Okay, so
these are the things that...
I
these
feel
are his
more ready now.
You feel more ready to write our own prophecy?
Yeah.
All right, we got to remember, this is prophecy.
We're working together.
Yeah, we're creating something.
We're
here.
creating a word picture of prophecy, just like Prophet Royal Robinson, okay?
Yes.
So let's start again with tomorrow.
I will
go
to
9/11.
Bussy.
Again.
Again.
Keep it
Okay. 1997
was a
Hellish.
party
and they
Shall.
whoredom
whoa
And they shall whoredom.
landmark
studios
Joe Biden.
cheeseburger
farewell Joe Biden
Aliens.
Joe Biden
entering the
Joe Biden. I think we got it. That's it. That's our prophecy. I can't recreate it. We'll never know what it is until this episode comes out. That was, I think we really predicted something there, you guys. I think that Prophet Royal Robinson would be proud of us.
I wish I'd put more celebrities in there.
I think that Prophet Roy Robinson would definitely not call us a horse.
Definitely not. There's nothing.
No.
He
would like us.
He would literally come up to us and be like, "Wow, I've never met anyone who's so polite and unwhorish." So
You would come up to us as spiritual brethren in prophet.
Yeah, I have an important question about Prophet Royal Robinson,
Not unclear.
Bobinson,
Prophet Royal
Robinson.
Failure.
Is the spirit
Failure.
taking hold of you?
Okay.
Are you speaking in tongues?
There was like a
Prophecy.
like
That was a burp.
a burp, and then like the most the most defeated sigh I've ever heard.
I have a condition.
I mean, the spirit of prophecy tried
That's
to come
what
out
you
of
wanted to talk about with Royal Robinson.
I need to talk to Royal Robinson about my condition.
He was. I think he was technically a doctor.
What the fuck is
I
happening?
wasn't able to burp for the first 15 years of my life.
Joe Biden.
Adele.
Joe Biden.
And I have spent the rest of my life trying to burp.
I don't know. Juniper, I have no idea where you're going with this.
I'm just referencing the troubles that I'm experiencing personally in my life.
Say.
That's what I was gonna say.
How did it?
No, it's not. Don't lie.
I don't remember. You were gonna say what you would like to say to Prophet Royal Robinson
I wanted to
after
know-
he told you how unhorish we are.
I wanted to know how he feels about spiritual celestial alien intimacy.
That is not what you were gonna say.
No, it is.
Hi, I am Kat, and I am your GM.
Oh.
I know.
Hi, I'm Noelle, and I play the Gap.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Gap.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's always been you.
Literally
Juniper,
always
Juniper,
all-
I'm so worried about you today. I didn't want to bring
also-
anything up earlier, but like...
Hi. My name is Juniper, and I play Ainsley. Chills, right? Chills. Chills.
Electric.
Chills.
I'm Hannah, and you know me, you love me. I'm playing Antone Postminger.
Postman.
Back in Postmingers.
I love that.
Love it.
Crusty Postmingers.
All right. So last time, Ainsley and the Gap, we rejoined our intrepid teens as they were languishing in Banfeld, having just a rotten time of it, listening to song about their friend Slake, who went off and was a hero and was so lame about it. And while they were there, Lord Antone Postminger
Oh, yes.
happened to come into the inn where their cousin works. The cousin of either Ainsley or the Gap. Unclear. Antone was heading to the prestigious Postminger Horse Camp. So Ainsley and the Gap, obviously Natch, decided to tag along. And didn't really tell Antone about that until they were boarding the carriage, and there was
Only Natchy.
only Natchy. So there was some slap fights ensued. They ended up just clinging onto the back of the carriage until they got to Horse Camp, which was not the horse camp that Antone thought they were going to.
More of a Hrose Camp.
In fact, it was more of a Hrose Camp.
A Hrose Camp.
More of a Hrose Camp. So they got into the Hrose Camp, which was significantly dingier and more run down than expected. The camp looks like it was probably nice at one time, but it has seen better days. And In the center of the lawn, there is a group of 7 other teens standing in a semicircle in front of a red-haired man and woman. The woman is thin and almost gaunt, with pale, freckled skin and gray eyes. She opens her arms to the carriage as it approaches and says, "Welcome to camp, children. I think that's the last of us."
The Gap jumps off the carriage and throws Ainsley to their feet and is like, "Oh, we're finally here."
I've been waiting literally my entire life.
Where do you think the horses are?
Yeah, hey, where are the horses?
Oh, we'll get to that soon. Come join the group.
So you're the managers of this ramshackle establishment?
Oh, well, that's not very nice. This is our family's camp. We've been running it for generations, and sure, she's seen some better days, but I assure you everything is up to code and working.
You're not even friends with your own family members.
This is not my family's camp. And furthermore, what sort of camp is kidnapping people to bring them into their sick horse games, eh?
It's gross.
Kidnapping? I'm sorry. Where's the sign-in sheet? And you see the young woman, Nix, coming up the walkway behind the carriage. She says, "Sign-in sheet's here. They didn't sign in." And she goes, "Oh, well, here, we'll get you signed in." And Nix comes over and hands this woman a sign-in sheet and says, "Okay, let me see. So you must be Antone Postminger, is that right?"
I assume my reputation precedes me.
Well, you're here on the sign-up sheet. You signed up for camp.
What?
It's right here.
I would never. Let me see that.
And I think, yep, here. And the Navy descends from the carriage and hands her a bag and says, "And here's your payment. You're all set."
Navy, what have you done?
And Navy bows to you and says, "My lord, give it a chance. It won't be so bad."
Oh my god. Postmajor is just standing there with this look of just like shock and betrayal on their face. Like their mouth is open.
And the woman looks at the Gap, and Ainsley goes, "Oh, it looks like we've got 2 more, and this is not enough money. Do you guys have separate forms of payment?"
Yeah, no, like, they're paying for us.
Oh, well, there's only one enrollment fee here, so.
I have money, I think. The Gap looks in their pockets. They have some money.
They've got money. I think we established this. You're independently wealthy.
You're independently wealthy.
I'm independently wealthy, so
The
I'm
Gap,
a wealthy landowner.
can you, like, spot me? I'll pay you back.
Ainsley, it's not even a question.
Okay, cool.
Ainsley, don't even ask.
Thank you. I don't know.
Ainsley, shut your mouth.
Don't talk to me like that!
Ainsley, I'm sorry.
The Gap, I'm going to have you just roll. It's going to be a challenge of 4 for preparedness.
I have 0 preparedness.
Well, let's just see. I just want to see if you have enough money for both you.
Okay, so this is the Gap looking through their pockets.
Yep.
It's 4.
Yep, 4. Just see if you're prepared.
No. I got 3 out of 4.
You got 3 out of 4. I will say you don't have enough money exactly.
They have most of it.
You have an amount of money.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
I don't know. Usually the money just appears in my pocket. I haven't seen my parents in a while. Look, is there anything is there a job I could do so that I could stay? Because I have enough for my friend, but
Oh, well, we'll work something out. Don't you worry. I'll just take that from you.
Thank
and
you.
She takes your money.
And the Gap. Do we need to sign up on the sign up sheet?
Yes. So she hands over the sign-in sheet.
And the Gap writes Gapple Paltrow in the name. and then the rest of it.
Ainsley writes Ainsley.
Nice.
All right, Ainsley, and Gap.
The Gap. My name's The Gap. Ainsley, don't look.
I can't read anymore. This bitch hit me in the head so fucking hard he scrambled my whole brain.
The Gap.
And I'll do it again.
Oh my god.
The Gap looks at Postwinger with like a murder in their eyes.
All right. So the woman says, all right, well, why don't you join the group and we'll get into introductions here. And she ushers you over to the semicircle of other teens. And she says, my name is Foya Hrose, and I am the owner of this camp. This is my brother Lyle, our master of horses. And she motions over to the man, and he is a head taller and a shade hardier than the woman, with a drooping red mustache. And the woman says, now, Lyle and I are so excited for everybody to be here. And most of you probably met Nyx on the way into our camp. She and the intrepid Brant will be your camp counselors. We are so excited to have you here. We hope you're ready for 3 weeks of nonstop fun. We have so many activities planned. I can hardly wait. Yes. So, Lyle gives a broad welcoming gesture, and he says, no matter what experience you come here with, I promise that by the time you leave, you will fly like the wind. Now, let's all go around and introduce ourselves. As I said, I'm Foya. Most of you have already met our camp counselors, but why don't you guys properly introduce yourselves? How you say where you're from, which group you're leading, and what's your favorite food? So the purple hair girl that you met at the gate heaves a big sigh. She says, yeah, I'm Nyx. I'm from Madria. I'll be the cool camp counselor for the Owlbear group. So make sure you pick the blue tokens when we're drawing lots for groupings. Cool. And, I don't know, my favorite food is like noodles, I guess. And the boy next to her straightens up. He is an orc with sort of floppy, dark green hair, and he's wearing an identical uniform to Nyx, although his is much better cared for and less wrinkled. And he says, no way. You should try and get the red tokens and be in the woolly rhino group with me. I'm Brant. I'm your other camp counselor. We're going to have so much fun together here at camp. I'm from Chakal Chahar, and my favorite food is also noodles. Yes!
Ainsley, I love Brant.
Yeah, Brant's clearly the coolest bitch here. Oh my god.
All right, so now we will start from the left and just go down the line, introduce ourselves. Same thing, name, where you're from, and your favorite food. And so I'm going to just go real fast and furious through these guys.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so the first one is he is a tall, muscular boy with dark curly hair. He's wearing a well-crafted padded jacket with leaping fish embroidered along the seams. And he says, hey, my name's Kyle. I'm also from Madria. My favorite food is the Hungry Boy fish sandwich. And next to him, there's a wayfish elf with pale blonde hair tied in a silk ribbon and a beautiful cropped brocade jacket with lace peeking out of the collar and cuffs. He's got pearl earrings and a modest number of rings on his fingers. And he says, yes, my name is Chadrin. My family hails from the Lothmore Estates. My favorite food is foie gras and a sourdough crostini. Next,
Fucked up.
next there is a girl of medium height and build with long brown hair and freckles. She's wearing a dress with a detailed horse embroidered on the front panel of her bodice. She says, hi, my name's Jessica. I'm from Fang Lake, and my favorite food's strawberry jam. And when do we get to see the horses? And they say, in a little bit. Let's let everyone finish up.
I would also like to request that knowledge for you.
Don't worry.
Jessica seems like the only person who has, like, their fucking priorities straight.
Well, we'll get to the horses. Don't worry. You're all very excited. I'd love to see that. You next. So next is a small young man with thick glasses and a book tucked under one arm. And he says, my name is Cambry. I'm from Aradal. I guess my favorite food is fried squid.
Ew.
Next is a dark-haired gnome she's got like curly dark hair that's styled into two little puffy balls on her head. And she says, hi, I'm Alicine. I'm from Madria, and my favorite food is berries and cream.
Cool.
Right.
Next is The next teen in the lineup is actually a bit startling. It is a purplish-hued tiefling. He's got his wings hunched in really close to his body and has dark hair cropped close to his head and very simple clothing. He says, "Hi, I'm Teisler." As you
All these names are so good, Kat.
Fucking good, dude.
they're just getting weirder and weirder.
They're so good.
They're so fucking good.
He says, yeah, I'm Teisler. Originally I was from the monastery on Farah Mountain, but now I'm from Danmar, I guess. I like spicy shrimp. Just started having that since I moved from the monastery. And the girl next to him says, "Hi, I'm Zalvia." And she has long, dark hair down to her waist and is wearing like a plain but super well-made tunic with loose linen pants underneath. And it looks a little bit cold for this climate. Like, she's not dressed for this weather. And she says, "I'm also from Danmar, and my favorite food's chocolate." And next in the lineup is going to be, we'll say, the Gap.
I'd rather Ainsley goes first.
Don't worry, I'll switch with you, the Gap.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've got your back, because, like, that's just the way we are.
This is Ainsley.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ainsley. I'm from Banfield, and my favorite food is red bread.
Hi, I'm the Gap. I'm Ainsley's best friend and number one right-hand man.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm also from Banfield, and my favorite food is lettuce.
The Gap, we talked about this. You can't say
But
that.
I like it.
I don't care.
My favorite food is red bread.
Thank you. Oh my god.
And it looks like you're bringing up the rear here.
So, if you've been observing Antone's reactions during this, it's when he noticed Chadrin, who's clearly another person who's of noble blood here. He's kind of looking around shrewdly and recalculating. He straightens his jacket and says, "Hello, I'm Antone, postmanger. I'm from the White Hills, and my favorite food is, well, nothing you'll be serving here."
They don't have any friends.
Yeah, like, that's one thing you guys should know.
I shoot the Gap like
With the gun.
No, I shoot the Gap a glare, but then, like, as soon as I glared at you, I then, like, kind of, like, switch it into sort of like a smile, like a grimace, and I go, oh, such a funny joke, the Gap.
That was hideous to watch.
Ainsley, you really like to have fun, don't you?
I'm sorry. Hey, well, hold on. I'm sorry. Tony? I'm sorry. Do you want to be friends now? Like, is that what this is? Or were you like friends?
Let's move on, Foya says. All right, well, so that's everyone here. You'll also see Suki, our cookie, in the dining hall later. And some of you met Bragmar. She's, and she looks around and Bragmar's just gone. She's like, okay, well, Bragmar is around. She's our all-around handy woman. So if you need something fixed or need something from town, just ask her.
She's hot.
Yeah, she's like really hot.
And you see Chadrin just like gives us like a
God, Chandra knows what's up.
Chadrin knows.
Disdainful.
No, I know, but
Now, okay, everyone settle down. We have a few ground rules for everyone's safety. Listen to the instructions of the camp staff, especially when handling the horses. If the meal bell rings, come promptly. You don't want your meal to be cold. If you're going to the lake, make sure you have one of the camp counselors nearby. We don't want to have any accidents. And please do not leave your cabins at night. Once it is lights out, you need to stay in your cabin until morning. We don't want you getting lost in the woods.
Ainsley leans over to the Gap and says, "Oh, that sounds like a rule we're gonna break."
oh, so true, Ainsley.
Oh my god.
All right, so now we're going to decide which group you'll be in. And here I have some very special tokens.
God.
Pick one, and that will determine your activity group here at camp. Okay, yep, the Gap. Odds are red, blues are even. That is odd. Red, so you are in the Woolly Rhinos group.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're in that cool dudes group.
All right.
Oh my god, the Gapper runs to his side.
All right, Antone?
Even.
Even, you're in Nyx's group with
Okay.
the Owlbears.
Shit. Okay.
And Ainsley is even. Ainsley is in the Owlbears.
The Gap's face falls.
I'm supposed to be with the Gap.
Put that token back.
Wait, I want to put it back. Wait, let me redraw.
No redraws. This will be a great chance for you guys to meet new friends, expand your social circles. Don't worry. There will be plenty of times where everyone will be together here at camp.
I'm gonna kill you, Tony.
Anton like just looks around like they don't even know that someone's talking to them.
The Gap is once again shedding tears.
Ainsley is like laid down on the ground and is just like a non-responsive.
Yeah.
All right, so once everybody has pulled their groups, you are divided as follows. In the Owlbear group with Nyx is Antone, Ainsley, Chadron, Alicine, and Teisler.
Oh hell yeah, we got Teisler.
And
Wait.
you got Chadron.
Yeah, we also got Chadron.
I'm jealous.
And now, wait, what does Teisler do? I literally don't remember anything about that bitch besides his name.
Teisler's sad and he's
He's
a
tiefling.
Oh, that's right. He's a tiefling.
Yeah, he's the tiefling. And then in the Woolly Rhinos group is the Gap, Kyle, Jethica, Cambry, and Zaldia. Kyle,
Jessica's the horse girl.
Jessica's a prep.
Yep, Jethica's the horse girl. Teisler, or Zaldia is the other girl from Danmar. And let's see, Kyle is the like Madrian jock.
Okay.
Cambry is the sulky book boy.
A nerd.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So that's your groups. And she says, all right, everybody. And as she says this, the dinner bell starts to ring and she says, okay, well, everyone, time for dinner. We're going to have something to eat. We're going to, meanwhile, your bags are going to get moved to your cabins. Then we'll get some sleep, get all rested up. And tomorrow, I swear, you'll get to meet your horses. All right, everybody, let's go have some fun.
What's up? It's Noelle, and I'm here to say that I got COVID in a major way. My parents got it too. My mom and my dad, my nieces, my sister. It's been pretty bad. I'm fairly sure that my dog got it too, because we had lots of sneezies and watery poops. It's mostly better now. Everything's fine. I had enough energy to improvise the rhymes. However, forgive me, I don't want to sound like a bridge troll, but I don't have the energy to make a mid-roll. So I'll see you next time. Be good, eat treats, and wear a mask, and don't go to Sweden.
So, when you get inside the dining hall, it's a very large space, much bigger than they need for just 10 campers. But they have some plates set out, slightly dented tin plates, and some silverware, mismatched flatware. Like some of it is really nice, and some of it is just like crappy old carved utensils.
Doesn't seem very sanitary, does it?
Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Listen.
What?
I get through this.
I don't know if that's true.
We're gonna get through it.
And Brant comes up to you at the Gap, and he puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "It's okay, buddy. This is gonna be a great chance to make some new friends."
What?
Fuck no friends. Except for you. What was your name again? It's Antone. That's right, Antonio. You're okay, I guess, but Gabby, you better not make any.
I won't.
Okay.
Ainsley.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I won't.
You know, I just get so insecure.
You and Antone and previously Slake are my only friends.
And Brant says, "Oh man, I hope I can be your friend."
You can.
And Brant says, "Well, maybe Nix can be your friend, you know? And Nix, the other camp counselor, says, no, I'm fine not being their friend.
Yeah, like, Nix knows what's up.
Yeah,
So
Brand.
we're not friends.
Yeah, Brand, I know what's up. I don't give a shit. Come get some cornbread. And she starts at the line there's a window at the back of the dining hall where you see a halfling man, and he is serving up from a big pot like a really good smelling chili, and like there's a big tray of warm yellow cornbread.
Anton looks distastefully at the cornbread and says, "Good God, they're putting corn in bread now."
Yeah, it's not red bread, but like, I guess it'll do.
The Gap pulls up. They have like a hood on their tunic, and they pull it up, and they have drawstrings, and they pull them like really tight around their face because that's how children show depression.
Yeah, it is.
And they just like sit down at the table with this stupid woolly people, and they're not going to eat.
Oh, no.
Oh, Ainsley will not stand for that. Ainsley goes up to the food line and puts like 15 cornbreads on their thing and like grabs 6 bowls of chili and gives 1 cornbread to the Gap and 1 bowl to the Gap.
I'm not hungry.
Gap, you have to keep your strength up if we're gonna get through this. You've gotta eat. Do it for me.
The Gap like dips the corner of the little bread and like struggles to like take like half a bite. It's like
That's good. Doing good. That's a good Gap.
I'm like,
get out of here, Ainsley. This isn't where you belong.
Ainsley runs back to their own table.
I am looking and I'm watching to see what Chadron is doing and how he's reacting to the situation.
Oh, Chadron. So actually, Chadron, like he takes the cornbread and the chili, and he sits down. And actually, he sits down right next to you, Anton. He sits down next to you, and he goes, "You look like the only person of quality who arrived at this camp."
Thank you. It's so nice to finally have that recognized. Yes, I quite agree. When I saw you, I immediately thought, what is a gentleman such as this doing in this dreadful establishment?
I wasn't supposed to be here. Somehow my carriage was redirected on the road, and my servants all said that this is where I was supposed to go, but I was certain that Father was sending me to the post-Minja Horse Camp.
Oh my God, my eyes get just like huge and sparkly, and I stare open mouth and I blink several times. And I put up my hand like in Tarzan, and I go, "You're just like me."
And he like touches your hand and then pulls it away and goes, "Oh, sticky."
Pardon. I'm sorry. I must have. I've been around.
It's not your fault. This whole place is sticky.
You're absolutely right. And
Have you tasted the food? It is somehow both undersalted and oversalted. It is somehow both soggy and dry.
I put my hand on his forearm and I say, "My poor dear man."
How are we, people of quality, supposed to survive in conditions like this? And he gestures over to Ainsley with their 15 bowls.
Ainsley slams their tray down across from Mr. Postminger. And what is it? What's
Mr. Rental.
17? And what's the Chadron. She like
yes.
Chadron. Okay, Chadron. Ainsley slams their tray down and like looks between the two of them and is like, "Oh my God, Antonio, do you like have a crush on this guy?"
You're being ridiculous.
Oh my God, are you blushing? That's so embarrassing. Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Silence your trap, you foul beast.
Anyways, hi, my name's Ainsley, and like me and Antonio are like best friends.
We are not best friends.
You can't be in the friend group though, Chadwick. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. And he takes a little nibble of his cornbread and just like immediately goes like can't even swallow it. He just shoves this tray away from me and goes, I can't. And as he shoves his tray away, Kyle, the jock guy, comes and he just like swoops in and he like picks up the tray. And he also grabs like, while he's doing it, he grabs one of Ainsley's bowls and like one of their cornbreads. And he goes, hey, y'all took what? Thirds, fourths? I didn't even get seconds. Peace. And he goes over to the other table.
I look scandalized and I say, an animal.
Oh, he is an animal, but his family is nobility of Madria. We can't touch him, I'm afraid.
I'll touch anybody that I want to touch. Thank you very much. But I don't want to fuck with that guy, though.
Apparently, he's one of the most promising spear fighters, but his family doesn't keep apartments at the court, so...
You guys are stupid. What are you saying?
Do not project your own insecurity onto me.
What?
It's not my fault that you weren't raised with culture. This is a common method of communication.
Excuse me, I grew up on red bread, so, like, culture's in my blood.
Yes, I'm sure there are many active bacterial cultures.
Yeah, that's like what I said, so I don't get like
I take Chadron aside in a very it's like the anime side conversation that you know I think no one can hear, and I'm like, Chadron, I know that this one seems like a fool, but I do believe that the two of them, and I look over toward where the gap is,
And the Gap is like just crying openly. And has given their food to
Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah.
could prove useful. They're surprisingly strong.
It's these common types. They always are surprisingly strong.
Yes, it comes from carrying their own luggage, I'm afraid.
Yeah, they're carrying their own luggage, carrying donkeys and such.
Yes, I expect so.
I bet they even fetch their own food.
God, I just did that. Like, you watched me, so... I'm sorry, were you guys having a private conversation?
Excuse me, we are turned away from you. It is only the polite thing in society that if someone is turned away from you, you turn off your ears. Can you even turn off your ears? Do you even have that skill? A peasant.
Chadron, I'm afraid you're wasting your time.
I believe I am. And we're gonna go over to Woolly Rhino's table where the Gap is weeping openly. The girl from Danmar sits down next to you, the Gap, Zalzia. She says, "Hey, you having a hard time there, bud?"
I'm like, I guess you could call it homesick.
Oh, yeah, this is the first time that I've ever been away from home either. I was really nervous, but I came here with my best friend too.
Oh, really? Who?
Tyser, he's a tiefling. We also got separated.
I love his name.
Yeah, he's... yeah, it's my
Way better than my name.
Your name's really unique.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Zalzia. It's super common in Danmar, so I'm thinking your name is really unique and cool.
I think your name is unique and cool, Zalzia.
Oh, well, thanks. I guess, we can stick together since we got separated from our friends. I'm really more worried about Tyser. I don't know if you heard about what happened up at the monastery.
What?
The tiefling monastery. Oh,
What?
It got invaded by, scary god forces, I guess.
What?
I was a whole thing, but my family took in Tyser and some of the other tieflings when they came to Danmar, but, he's had a lot of trouble adjusting, and I thought maybe going to Hrose Camp would be fun. He could experience being just like a normal kid like us. But man, now I feel bad because we got separated. Do you think he's gonna be okay? Your friends over there, right? Your two friends. Do you think they'll treat him all right?
The Gap looks over at the table.
Where Chadron is like holding Ainsley off of has his hand on Ainsley's forehead.
Ainsley's like half standing on the table.
Yeah, like trying to reach across, with the windmilly arms.
Yeah.
Antone has a kerchief held up to their mouth to hide that they are laughing a little bit.
I'm worried about your friend. Salzia, I'm glad that we've decided to stick together and tell each other our deepest, darkest fears and never be parted, but we're not friends.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe by
But I like you a lot.
Okay, well, maybe by the end of this, we can call each other friends.
No. That will not work, but I really do like you so much.
Oh, you're an interesting person, the Gap.
That's really kind of you to say.
I love the Gap.
The Gap needs leadership.
So after everybody has finished mostly eating, Brant stands up between the two tables and he goes, all right, guys, we're all going to head back to the cabins now. All your luggage should be out. You know, we're divided up. Woolly Rhinos, you'll be with me. Owl Bears, you're with Nyx. We want to just go over once again at night. Please make sure you check in with Nyx or me before you have to go out. Make sure you've got one of us with you. Because, and he leans in and he's like, I gotta warn you guys. We do have some spooky stuff around camp. And he like looks at Nyx and she like looks up and she goes, oh, yeah, like really spooky. And he's like, yeah. And he looks around. Have any of you heard of the Vonir?
The what?
Salzia, what is that? Salzia, I'm scared.
And Zaltia, she says, I think I've heard of them before, but they're not like real, are they? They're just like a made up story. And Brant goes, oh no, they're not made up. See, the Vonir, they were once a band of orcish cavalry who made a deal with Vioni, the goddess of scavengers, for power and glory. So Vioni gave them magic, which allowed them to drain the life energy from anyone they felled, extending their life and making them super strong. However, the Vonir misused Vioni's gift, and the magic twisted them until they could no longer survive on... And he looks down at the chili and the cornbread and he holds them up and he goes, mortal food and drink! It turned to ash in their mouths. And he like scatters the dry cornbread.
Salzia, I'm so scared. I'm shaking.
It's okay, the Gap. It's not real. It's just a story.
It's gonna happen to me.
And Brant continues. He says, the only thing that could repel the Vonir's drazing magic is pure diamonds. In fact, the old Vonir are so powerful, they can't stop themselves from absorbing the life essence of everything around them. So they wear these garments studded in diamonds that they steal from travelers on the road in order to keep their power in check, so they don't drain their mounts, those nightmarish horses that they ride across the fields. However, when they remove their diamond-studded cloaks and hats, their withered faces will be the last thing you see!
I say this all seems in very poor taste.
I think I know what I want to be when I grow up.
And Nyx goes, yeah, so, like, make sure you check in with us or else, like, ghosts will get you or whatever.
What happens if they absorb your life force?
And Brant leans down real close to you, the Gap. He leans down real close. He goes, you die!
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Don't worry, you'll be okay. Just make sure you check in with me before you, like, need to go to the bathroom or anything. And I'm really big and strong, so I'll escort you.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
All right, guys, come on. Let's all go to bed.
Ainsley runs over to the Gap before they get split up and says, Gap.
Oh my god, Ainsley. I've been so scared without you. Did you hear that story?
Yes, they sound so cool. And, like, also, we should definitely sneak out tonight.
What?
Because I want to meet these guys.
What?
And, like, be one of them.
What?
Yeah! Don't they sound cool?
They drain your life force, Ainsley. Ainsley.
Ainsley, they drain the S right out of your name.
My god, we've been separated for an hour and you can't even say my name anymore!
There's a piece of cornbread stuck on my tongue. I couldn't make an S sound. Ainsley, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I guess I'll get over it, but...
Ainsley.
Listen, we have to go out. Yeah?
If you say so.
Yeah!
I
The Gap hugs Ainsley.
Yeah, Ainsley hugs the Gap.
I'm listening in on your conversation because you're fucking screaming. And I turn to Chadron and I say, this whole thing reeks of conspiracy to me. It's just like the story my nursemaid used to tell me about the goat man. They said if you were naughty and you misbehaved, he'd come and beat you with switches and drag you to hell. And let me tell you, the whole thing was just a manufactured bit of nonsense
Ainsley!
to keep me from taking mother's shoes.
Oh, don't even listen to Gap. Don't worry. I've actually been beaten by the goat man before, and it's not that bad.
What?
The goat man isn't real.
Yeah, he's totally real. He came
Ainsley's
to my
been
house.
beaten by the goat.
If the goat man were real, he would have visited me.
Maybe you're not bad enough.
Chadron puts a hand on your shoulder, Antone. He says, "Don't worry, Antone. I'm sure you were as bad as could be." But my nurse also told me about the goat man, and I have to say, seems logical.
It all makes sense, Antone.
Yeah, are you gonna fucking invalidate my lived experiences of being beat by the goat man?
All right.
Of course I am. Now,
All right, campers, come on, let's go.
Anton holds up a finger as if to silence the interruption of the people who are in charge of the camp. Mm-hmm. And I say to the others, can't you see what's happening here? It's a conspiracy to keep us in our rooms after dark. They've abducted me, and now they're trying to control our behavior.
Nyx comes over and she takes your finger in one hand and she says, "Yes, Antone, of course it's a conspiracy because we don't want people wandering off at night. Are you really that fucking stupid? Come on."
How dare you speak to me in such a manner?
And she just gives you finger guns and then walks away.
The Gap nods and says, "That makes sense. That must be why that hot lady Bragmire paid your servant."
Excuse me?
You didn't know?
You're speaking of Navy? Old Navy?
I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah, he looks pretty young to me.
He's very old. He's been working for my family for generations.
Well, I guess you guys don't pay him very well.
Yeah.
Well, of course we don't. He's a servant.
Well,
anyway, now we're here, so I'm gonna go to my cabin and cry myself to sleep.
Gap, don't forget about our plans tonight.
We're meeting after dark, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
You're coming too? I high five Ainsley.
Yeah, obviously. Antonio's part of our group now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so obviously they're gonna be there.
I wouldn't say I'm part of your group. It's more like you're...
You're one of us.
It's more like you're working for me.
One of us.
One of us. One of us. Three's a crowd, Chadron.
Oh, Chadron's already gone. Chadron walked away a long time ago.
I say it to the space where you are.
I start chasing after him, and I'm like, Chadron, you're coming too! I'm waving a kerchief.
All right, so you guys get to your cabins. Antone, your luggage is piled high around your bunk. It's a fort around which there's a small opening that you can get into your bed.
This is good. I scuttle in through the opening and then I look out suspiciously.
Ainsley wants to claim top bunk above Antone.
Okay, yeah, you're good with that. Yeah, cool. Chadron doesn't want top bunk. He's not a fucking peasant. Chadron's next to Antone's bed.
Elevated sleeping, typical peasant.
Typical peasant. And he has similarly also, he's got but he doesn't have boxes. Everything he brought is on racks, and you can see he's got articles of beautiful clothing arranged around his bed like a curtain. This man, he has just the most impeccable fashion taste.
Or maybe second most.
And Gap, what are your sleeping arrangements in the other cabin?
The Gap just has one bag, and when they open it up, it's mostly Ainsley stuff in there. And they sniff it really deeply. They're
Ainsley's in the other room where's all my stuff?
and then the Gap wipes a tear with the shirt. and takes out their little pillowcase and their little fitted sheet that you have to bring to camp, and it makes a blanket out of Ainsley's clothes.
Okay.
The gap.
So that night, do you guys want to try and sneak out?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the plan?
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah, I'll
right. Let's see. Do you all have sneaky skills? Who put skill into sneak?
I have some sneaky skills.
Yeah, I have a 4
some-
rating.
I have
Okay.
5.
It's 3.
I'm gonna say this is a rating of 5. You do have one guard of your camp counselor to sneak past.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and aren't we allowed to do the thing where we like can put our stuff together? Well, I guess maybe Gap can't because Gap is.
I'd say Gap is alone, so Gap cannot join in on a group roll. But the two of you, right? So if you want to assist, you can use 2 points from your pool, and that will give Ainsley a +1, or vice versa.
Okay.
It might not be worth it in this case.
Yeah, I think sneaking we can probably manage pretty decent on our own, right?
Or if you can't, then you have Nyx as your counselor. You can probably talk her into letting.
Oh yeah, she doesn't give a shit. Like she's probably smoking weed right now.
Right, and remember, these are not D&D rules. This is basically you will
Alert suspicion.
Yeah, you'll succeed no matter what you do. You'll succeed.
Oh, okay.
But there might be consequences.
Okay.
So yeah, this is going to be 5. Okay. So this is a challenge of 5.
I think I'll expend 2 points.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 4.
Okay. All right.
Well, since we're already going to be alerting suspicion, I don't know if I should expend any points.
Yeah, just roll.
Just roll,
straight up.
see how
Let's
good
just roll with it. I rolled a 6.
Okay, all right. Gap.
I think I'm also not going to expend any points just because
I've
I
already
think
fucked
gives
it
a
up.
shit.
I've already fucked it up.
I just think that the Gap is very emotionally distraught.
Right.
That's fair, yeah.
And they can't put any effort into this. Oh, but I rolled a 6.
Oh boy.
So the Gap, despite like throwing themselves around,
Nobody
like
notices.
everyone is like has their ears closed.
So actually, you see Brant as you're like coming out, and he's sitting out on the porch, and you're going out through the window.
Yeah.
And like he's sitting out on the porch, and you see him. He's got a little candle, and he's writing furiously in this little notebook. He's like bent over. He's like clearly trying to keep anybody from seeing this notebook that he's writing in.
And I tumble into the woods just as he turns around.
Oh yeah, you tumble in the bushes, and he goes, "Who's there? Nyx? Is that you?" Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Skyrim. All right, so Antone, in the other cabin, in the owl bear cabin, you expertly sneak. Describe your expert sneaking.
Okay, well, first I have to change into my nighttime sneaking clothes.
Of course.
I switch my outfit up. I change my makeup. You know, earlier in the day, I had some pastel blues. Now I'm switching to like purples because I want more of a sunset tone. And yeah, I get a nice like kind of ruffly night shirt on and tuck it into some velvet breeches. And then I look around. I would like to say that my bed it has a adjoining window, and because I have created an impenetrable fortress of my luggage, I just look out my little peephole. I make sure that no one's looking, and then I lift up the window and climb out.
Nice.
Right. And so Ainsley, when you go to follow,
So I go to follow.
Yeah.
But because a certain Mr. Postmanger has barricaded their bed and luggage, when Ainsley goes to crawl down, Ainsley missteps
oh no,
and steps on some of the luggage, and it goes everywhere. It collapses like a fucking avalanche, and then Ainsley rolls onto the bed and out the window.
All right. So as you're rolling out the window, Ainsley, a hand grabs your foot, and you are pulled back. And
Oh my god! Oh my god! Postmanger!
I grab Ainsley's hands and tug.
Pull away!
and you hear Nyx behind you say, "Oh my God, Ainsley, go back to bed. If you need to piss, just wait for Chadron to get back."
Chadron's pissing right now.
Yes, Chadron's pissing right now. Get back in your
Can I not also be pissing at the same time as Chadron?
You can piss after Chadron goes.
Why is this a one-person only pissing household?
I pull as hard as I can and I scream, "It's an emergency!"
I'm gonna piss right now all over Postmanger's bed!
Antone, are you out there too? Nyx lets go, and she goes, "Oh my God, I really don't care about this." Okay, well, that's one strike against you. If I catch you guys sneaking out again, I'll I don't know, just discipline you in some way.
Post Ninja makes like a confused and upset face, like he doesn't understand that word.
Do your worst, Nix. I've already been beaten by the goat man.
She goes, oh,
You were not.
I was!
Is it real?
And Nick's like leans out the window once you're both out. She goes, just use your nighttime voices. And if you wake me up again, I will beat you worse than the goat man.
We won't disappoint you.
I think you're going to. Good night. And she shuts the window.
Bye, Nix. Oh my god.
And then she opens the window again and goes, if you're not back in 5 minutes, I'm going to raise the alarm.
Yeah, like I can piss fast, so.
And she shuts the window again.
I look at Ainsley and I say, this is a fine mess you've gotten us into.
I'm sorry. I'm not the one who decided to put the wall of Berlin around my bed and luggage.
Well, I'm not the one who can't climb properly, you oaf.
Listen, you're on thin ice, Mr. Antonio.
And as you guys are walking, the Gap somersaults out of a nearby bush, and there's like dirt smeared all over their face to like camouflage them, and they have like branches in their hair and stuff, and you almost can't see them. And they're like, "Okay, I'm out."
Good lord, I thought you were a night troll.
I am become the night troll.
Oh my god, the Gap, you've never looked better than you do in this moment.
Thank you. I had to sneak out, but it went really well, actually.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it went really good for us, too. I mean,
great.
Antonio, like, fucked it up, but...
Excuse me.
It's
like,
okay,
it's
Antonio.
fine. Don't worry, Antonio, like, I totally forgive you.
Listen to me, you buffoons.
Antone, let me give you a kiss on the forehead.
Oh, me
Mwah.
too!
Of course. Mwah.
Antone's mouth is just like open in shock and disgust. But you see that he is blushing a little tiny.
And there's
that's right.
dirt smeared across their forehead.
I push you both away and I say, now listen to me. That Nyx expects us back in 5 minutes, or she's going to alert the entire camp. So,
Wait, she knows? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
well, it's not your fault, the Gap. Some people have trouble sneaking.
Don't talk about yourself like that, Antonio.
Again, Post Ninja is just like open mouthed and rapidly blinking. But I say, we're going to have to figure out a way to convince her or bribe her or something. I obviously have means to do so, but I don't know what would persuade her.
The Gap, do you still have my bag?
It's my bag, Ainsley.
I'm sorry, do you still have my things that are in your bag?
Yeah, they're on my bed.
I brought some.
I didn't have room to bring my blanket,
Well, that's fine.
so I'm using your clothes as a blanket.
Oh my god. The Gap!
You wanted to bring all that stuff,
Yeah, but like,
so I threw my blanket in the dirt.
what did you do? What did you do? I had the goods in there.
The goods?
Yeah, you know. The green stuff. The moss
The salsa verde.
from the caves.
What?
You know, the whole reason we were ever friends was like to get the cave moss
It's like cool hair.
so we could smoke it.
Screaming.
So while you guys are screaming, but I assume you're like sotto voce screaming, you know?
Yeah.
You hear a clippity-cloppeting. You hear in the night.
The Gap pushes Antone and Ainsley into the bushes and
the
follows
Gap,
them
ouch,
in.
oh my god, oh.
Shush! Be quiet.
I look around and I go, the goat man?
You sound like that.
And as you're whispering to each other, you see a figure appear from the gloom of the woods. And you see a glint of moonlight off of their diamond-encrusted hat and cloak.
Oh my god.
And you see their glowing eyes scan around the area. And then they move on. But you see there is something slung over the back of their saddle as they ride away into the spooky dark forest.
Can we make a roll of some kind to try and see what that is?
I think it would be notice.
Yes.
It's going to be a pretty high notice.
Uh-huh.
It is going to be, I'm going to put it at I'm gonna put it at 6. This is a 6 notice.
Oh.
I'm not using shit.
Yeah, if you roll a 6, then
I don't have any.
nope.
No, not quite. Nobody noticed.
Nobody noticed anything.
Nobody. Okay, you see as a single earring falls from the back of whatever is slung over the back of the saddle before the horse and rider disappear into the woods.
Ainsley runs.
Yeah, I think we all
where that is.
scamper out.
Yeah.
I wait for you guys to go.
It is a single pearl earring.
Oh my god.
What have you got there?
And when Postmanger, when you see that pearl earring, do you have fashion? Do you have a fashion skill?
Oh yes.
All right, yeah. So you're with your fashion skill, you know exactly what this is immediately. You recognize it. That's one of Chadron's earrings.
Hrose Camp in the morning, Hrose Camp at night, Hrose Camp at lunchtime, Hrose Camp, take flight. When you come to Hrose Camp, you will ride a horse. When you come to Hrose Camp, you will have no choice. So many ways to learn and grow, and rise is still to ride. So come on down to Hrose Camp. We have nothing to hide.
And then they move on.
Are they hot?
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like,
They're
obviously
obviously hot.
Obviously, they're a hooded figure in a
Right,
cloak and
yeah.
diamond encrusted hat.
Okay, I
like
just wanted
a
to
fucking
double- I
course
just wanted to
they're
double check. I
hot.
just wanted to double check.
Jesus.
That's a stupid question.
I mean, it sounded hot, but I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.